Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Filmmaker interview for the 23rd annual Garden State Film Festival. I'm your host, Paige Ryans, and a little bit about the Garden State Film Festival. It's year 23, which is amazing. 23 years of just amazing cinema and filmmaking and just joy and cinema and filmmaking. And the festival runs from March 27th through March 30th. You'll get the chance to see just films from 200 films, which is amazing. 200 amazing films from 14 different countries. They'll be screened throughout 9 different venues in Asbury Park and Cranford, New Jersey. It's truly just such an exciting experience, and it's March already, so it's countdown, but it's a great time altogether. And today, joined with me is Justin Marinelli with his short film Takeout. Justin, how are you doing today?
I am wonderful. I'm very, very excited about this.
Great. It's so great to have you here to talk about your short film. It's a great short film. So listen, it's going to be a great time. So let's just jump right in. Why don't we just start with I know I kind of introduced you a little bit, but just kind of talk about your role with the film, and then we'll kind of do a dive into like what the film's about.
For sure. So, made this film back in high school. We were told to do a Foley project, which is just like a sound-based sort of thing. We didn't really know what to do, but ever since I had gotten into film, I'd always wanted to make some crazy fight scene just because I thought it would be really fun. And that's part of what I was inspired by when I was growing up, was like all these different fight scenes and all this different media that I grew up watching. So I directed, me and my team, we all kind of wrote it together, but I directed, edited, and shot it. And it was a very, very fun experience. It was just a nice one-night shoot.
I can imagine. I feel like action scenes are very just like, whoa, like they're very just like engaging just to see like the camera shots and everything like that. So like, I bet that was very exciting for you to also direct and edit and everything like that. So tell us a little bit about Takeout.
So
Yeah.
the story is not very dense at all. It's very amorphous, honestly. It was just kind of to me what felt like a classic sort of setup where we have this hitman type guy approaching this dorky type guy, but it's happening at a Chili's, and I thought that in and of itself was inherently funny.
It is.
And we never know why he's beating up this poor guy. We never know what's actually ever happening.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is the fun of it.
It is the fun of it, yeah.
This had also come at a time where I was making a lot of really like deeply thought out stories, and taking a break from that to just have fun is very relieving. So.
Yeah. Great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it is funny that you mentioned Chili's because I'm a supporter of Chili's, so Chili's is a good restaurant. But what was the filmmaking process for you like? You can even talk about like leading up to, just during. You can talk about the scenes at Chili's. Just like what was that for you?
So leading up to it, I think we must have gone to Chili's like 5 times because we were asking them, particularly I was speaking with the owners about when their quietest nights are. Basically just trying to see when we would be able to shoot, when the restaurant would be empty for us to shoot. Just so happens the night that we went, I already knew that it was supposed to be a quiet night, but they had closed down one whole half of the restaurant. So for the opening shot where you see my buddy Trenton standing outside, you see Andre inside, it's completely empty in there.
Wow.
The rest of the restaurant, there were people in, but just so happens the area that you see was completely empty.
That worked out.
So I don't think I've ever had a film work out so perfectly in every way, shape, or form. Like they were super accommodating and super excited to have us there, which was nuts because it's a Chili's. And it was all one night. So we shot it chronologically, went from inside the Chili's, then to outside the back, which was a whole other thing. that was not something that we had spoken about. That was just kind of like ran over there and did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the shoot, we kind of realized, oh, we need to get back into Chili's because we
Yeah.
didn't shoot anything. So we ran back at like 11. They were about to close. We're like, hey, can we get one more shot?
Just one more
Straight
before
up.
you wrap up shop.
We only got one shot, but if you see the film, there's two ending shots. It's because we were rolling and I had an idea for how to cut it. So I picked up the camera while it was rolling, moved it across the room so I could get that like final frame.
Yeah. And yeah, nice. Nice. Well, that's great. That seems like it all really just worked out well. And you got to go to Chili's 5 times. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. How did you like come to find your cast? Because I know it's 2 main casts. So how did that come about?
So they were in my video production class in high school.
Okay.
We had 4 lovely years together. So we had been working with each other for a while. And both of them have acted in my films before. Neither of them are actors per se. That's not what they want to do, but they're always great in it. And I think they both peaked here. Especially Andre's performance was just beautiful.
Yeah.
But really, like, they were just 2 of my friends that I usually work with. We had a couple of my other friends on set as well. We all just went to the same class. And Trenton did the special effects that happened towards the end.
Nice. Yeah.
But like, Andre made a ton of social media posts about it. Like we all had a different hand in it.
Nice.
Everyone does something really, really great. So it was fun to have all those creative people and just put our heads together and make something really fun. Like, you know.
For sure. Especially when it comes to such like a film like this, like action. It's nice to have just like different heads.
Yes.
What was your favorite part of this process, and were there any challenges? I know you said it was. Well, actually, I'll give you the floor to answer that.
The Foley aspect of it was definitely a really fun part. My buddy Trenton, he's a really big sound guy, and all of us would get together to record the audio bits. Just because the whole thing had to be recorded audio, none of it was on set besides like the screaming. But there was a point where nobody else was with me, and I was sitting on my floor in the basement just making little noises and recording them just to like get those dramatic like whooshes, you know?
Yeah.
Just because it's such fine-tuned stuff. I really loved once they're done like doing their whole magic thing. They're brushing themselves off. That was me just brushing myself off.
Yeah. It's like easy stuff. Like I can do this.
Yeah, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, as soon as we go to the parking lot, the entire film was just fun shot after fun shot. The major setback we had was our original shooting date. We went, and it was pouring, which is it's like the most simple and classic thing in the world, but it happened to us. It was very unfortunate.
I mean, it's rain kind of when it comes to filming and it's like outdoors and everything like that. It makes sense. But you make things work. How did you just kind of did a different day?
We did it a different day. Okay. It was also was freezing that day, so it's probably better in general.
Worked out.
To do it. But luckily, when it came to getting the location, when it came to getting everyone together, there were no setbacks with that. I mean,
that's good.
It's kind of crazy how cleanly everything worked.
That's awesome. I love to hear everything just like fell into place. All the pieces just kind of fell into place as they should. Was there anything that you learned about your filmmaking style, just like anything through this process that you kind of want to take with you into your next project? Is there anything that you're like, you want to experiment with on your next project? Like, where's your head at with that kind of?
I think something that I really loved about
Mhm.
Takeout, and something that I always will love and that I'm taking into the rest of my work, is how much I love extreme camera movements and
Mhm.
extreme camera angles and just fun sound design. Like you can do so much with impact with like a moving shot and a crazy sound.
Yeah.
And it's all these things that come together in editing that really make a piece shine. And with that, I'm taking a lot of that the crazy camera stuff
Mhm.
into my upcoming film. Um I don't know. I definitely think that it changed the way that I see it because yes, filmmaking is a very exact process. You
Mhm.
have to be precise, you have to keep everything organized, and it has to be definite. But this film was just me and a bunch of buddies holding a camera and basically just having fun. I had a plan, but did I have paperwork? No. I usually do. I usually do. But it was very, I feel like you can tell that we had fun.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a big part of it, that the organization is important, yes, but you got to let yourself have the fun or
Mhm.
else the film just won't be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to let yourself have fun, and everything will fall into place. Just like you said, like everything just worked out the way that it should. So like that's what happens when you just kind of like let loose a little bit, and it's just like, all right, it's okay. It's all going to work out. So that's great. That's so great to hear. Do you have any future plans? Like, where do you kind of see this film going? Do you have any future plans for this film, like festivals or anything like that?
I definitely want to continue entering into festivals, mostly because I love the audience reaction for this one is always so fun
Yeah.
because it's so crazy. Um, but it's been a while since I've made it, and
Mhm.
I've already put it through the circuit. And I could definitely continue. I'd like to continue, but I don't know how many other festivals I can enter it to before I
Mhm.
start repeating myself.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, along the lines of that question, is there anything that you're working on? All righty.
Very, 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 very much so. I'm sure tomorrow. Oh boy.
That's
It's
great.
yeah, it's good. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a very big, meaningful project for me. It's just a lot.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great. Honestly, we're happy to like support you in any way. Is there any glimpse of a summary that we can get from you about your next project? You know, a word or two. No pressure.
I'm sure you'll see it. I'll enter it.
Okay.
I can say sci-fi,
Oh.
little bit of a psychological horror,
Ooh, okay.
or not too crazy, but there's definitely aspects, and it's
Nice.
a lot, but it's very fun.
Awesome. No, that's a great combo. So that's exciting. That's so exciting. Well, listen, we're happy. We're excited to support you and your future projects and everything like that. So, what drew you to submit to the Garden State Film Festival?
I've always loved this festival. It's I've been submitting here for years, since I was in high school,
Mhm.
and it's one that our teacher would always push us to submit to. And my dad has always loved the festival. And whenever I don't know, I love Asbury. I love the environment. I love the people, and I love the people that I've gotten to meet through it. And I think that the it just feels very communal, not
Yeah.
communal. Like the community feels very
Yeah.
strong, and I appreciate that.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Asbury's a great spot. I do say so myself. Well, listen, we're so happy to have you a part of the festival this year, and we're so happy to have your film as part of the festival this year. And also, shout out to your dad because you said your dad was a part of this festival as well. So shout out to
Yeah.
shout out to him. And you can screen Takeout Sunday, March 30th at Asbury Lanes, Block 8, between 9:30 a.m. and 11:45 a.m. And also, another question is, will you be joining us in person?
I believe so. I would like to.
Okay. All right, awesome. Well, listen, nonetheless, we're looking forward to seeing you in person. We're looking forward to screening your film. Again, the 23rd Annual Garden State Film Festival from March 27th through March 30th. 205 films, 9 venues all throughout Asbury Park in Cranford, New Jersey. You can get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. And again, Justin, congratulations. And thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we will see you at the festival.
I'll see you soon.
Alrighty, take care. All right.
You too.
Thank you.